Hey guys, so in this video we're going to talk about how to create an effective hook that will grab the attention of your customers on social media, on your Facebook ads particularly, so that you can increase your returns, your ROAS, decrease your cost per acquisition, and therefore you can be more profitable on the first purchase and you can have more room when scaling your Facebook ads. So we're going to cover how to create an effective hook, and we're going to cover some of the great examples of great hooks so you can have the inspiration when you're creating the hook for your Facebook ad. So without further ado, let's get straight to the thing. The hook is the most important part of your ad, and if your hook is bad, the rest of the ad won't matter because your product page won't matter, your emails won't matter, and you will not have a chance to convey anything. So if you don't get the attention of your customers, the rest of the ad, they will not see it, they will not see your product, they will not see your offer or anything, and therefore nothing will matter. So there's a very famous saying from the David Ogilvy, and which goes like, on the average 5 times as many people read the headline as read the body copy. When you have written your headline, you have spent 80 cents out of your dollar. So which means basically that you should be spending 80% of your time on hook creation and 40% of the rest of your ad. If you don't get the attention of your prospect on social media, which is very competitive these days, nothing will actually matter. So for that reason, spend 80% of your time on hook creation. So what is the first step of creating a great hook? The first step of creating your hook is not actually creating your hook. It is to completely understand your customer. And some of you might find this a bit boring and stuff, but there is no way to create a great hook if you don't understand your customer. So you must understand your customer, and that is very important because on social media right now, when you're pushing your ads, your products and all that stuff, you are competing with other marketers, other media buyers. So they're also studying your customers, their psychographic data, which we will cover. They're testing a lot of things, most probably more than you. And for that reason, you are fighting for the attention with them. And for that reason, if you don't understand and if you don't know what to have in your hook, in your ad, you will just lose this battle and get high CPM and all these things, and your ads will fall apart. So besides other marketers and media buyers, you're also competing with organic content creations. Organic content creators are all these influencers that have millions of followers. They know the game. They've been posting for more than 3 years to gather that following base. They know how to hook that audience that you're trying to hook. So your ads are on the same timeline as some of the best marketers and most famous content creators, top brands, and best marketing teams. So for that reason, your ad must blend in and win the attention, which is really hard. And the first step of getting that attention is to understand your customers. One of the best ways that you can get your customers' attention is to make them feel understood. So just like as you know those situations when you're talking to somebody and you're telling them about your problems and stuff, and they just don't understand you or they don't listen to you, you know how annoying that feeling is. Meanwhile, when you're talking with somebody who do understand you, you just kind of have that synergy with them, you just start connecting with them and all that stuff. And that's what you should be actually doing with your ad. You should try to make your customers feel understood, and that way you can really connect your solution with their pain point, which we will cover. So for that reason, we're going to work on how to understand your customers and how to make your customers feel understood, right? So first step in this process is how to understand your customer. So this will be easier than you think, and this is just the first step of understanding your customers. You should be constantly iterating on this, but the first step to understand your customer is to build the psychographic data. So what is the psychographic data? Psychographic data is a document which we will create quickly, and it contains all the things like what are the pain points of your customers, what are their desires, what are their core values, what are their fears, what are their concerns before buying your product, and what are their buying triggers. So an example of psychographic data looks like this. So we have like pain points. What is the pain point that they're experiencing prior to buying your product? So what pain point is your product basically solving, right? Because every product is solving some kind of pain point, something that bothers them. And what are the buying triggers? So what actually triggers them to buy your product? What are the words? What are the benefits that you can hook them on with? And then we have benefits. What benefits did they find in your products and all that stuff? Then we have concerns before buying based on reviews and all these things that are super important if you want to nail down your marketing. And this data that we will build before creating your hook will serve you across all your marketing activities, which is super important thing. So yeah, so based on psychographic data, we're going to build our ads. So how to build a psychographic data? One of the fastest and most efficient way to build your psychographic data is to scrape reviews. So you already have some reviews, the people that have left on your product page. You shouldn't just use them for displaying them to increase your conversion rate, which is, by the way, a great thing. You should also use these reviews to try to understand more in depth what your customers have found valuable on your with your product, what are the concerns that they had before buying it and all that stuff. So for that reason, we are going to use that data to nail down on this psychographic stuff, and that way you get to understand your customers in depth so you can craft your messages better and hook them, right? So the first step to build your psychographic data based on the reviews is to export your reviews as the CSV from the Shopify app. So if you're using Looks or Judgme or etc., you're just going to export all these reviews in the CSV, and we're going to import that into the ChatGPT, and the AI will help us with determining benefits and pain points that your customers are finding, so you don't have to do the manual work. So of course you want to export reviews for each product specifically that you want to push, because if you're selling shoes and hats, there might be like a different benefits that people are buying these products for. So for that reason, we want to distinguish this, right? And if you don't have your reviews and you're pushing a new product, so you haven't collected any reviews, you can scrape reviews from competitors' product pages with the Octoparse. So it's fairly easy thing to do. You can find a tutorial on YouTube as well. I'm not going to cover that right now, but if you don't have reviews, just use Octoparse, and in like 1 hour you can scrape all these reviews and have them ready for your psychographic data, right? So the next step that we want to do is to upload the CSV into the new chat of ChatGPT. Then we are going to enter this prompt that we have here. So in this example, I can show you, I have added the CSV, then I have added this prompt that I have provided in the document here. I'm not going to read the whole prompt. I will paste it down in the YouTube description. So you just paste the CSV of the reviews, and then you paste this prompt, which will help you with building your psychographic data. You will also put the product page link here above. So it also analyzes the product page, like some additional info about the product. Why not? It can just help ChatGPT, because if you provide more things to the ChatGPT, it will give you a better output. Then analyze the reviews based on the provided CSV file. Then here you want to put which is the column of the reviews. For example, if you're scraping with the Octoparse, this is going to be field, right? And if you're doing it with Judgme or Looks, there will be a different column for reviews. Most probably it will be like body, something like that. So just make sure you set up here the right column when you're putting this input, so the ChatGPT knows from which column to pull the reviews and get you correct information. So yeah, after you do this, you will get something like this. So we can see like pain points, buying triggers, and with the percentages, which is super important. We don't want to target all these things that are not that significant. We want to tackle these most frequent things that customers are saying in your reviews. After you do this, just save this file, because this file will be your kind of North Star whenever you're creating your ads, your email, your landing page even. So you want to make sure you consistently iterate on this one and are improving your understanding of your customer. So that's super important. So now we have our psychographic data. You have saved that file that we have gotten, and how to build a hook that gets attention with that psychographic data that we have just built. So now that we understand our customers, what are their pain points, why they buy, we want to ensure that they feel understood. So as I mentioned, that's the second part of this process, right? To achieve this, we are going to use the problem solution lead. The problem solution lead is a type of hook that connects with your audience by showing empathy, so that you understand them, because we do understand them now, and then offering your solution. So that way you build a connection with your customers, which is far better than just shouting your benefits, your products and all that stuff, because everybody does that. They're just buy this because of that, buy this because of that, and all that stuff. We want to differentiate ourselves. We want to show first, we understand you, we feel your pain. You can solve this pain with our solution, like thousands of users have solved it. So yeah, show that you understand their problem on an emotional basis. Then for the solution, offer your product. So we're going to cover how this looks like in some of the examples. So let's go for the example of the Obvi. Let's go.
Do you sit at a desk all day and struggle to lose weight? Are you too busy to live inside the gym or obsess over every calorie? I found a way to actively burn away stubborn belly fat, and it's helped me lose over 10 pounds. Obvi Collagen Burn is a thermogenic fat burner, and it's infused with 5 different types of collagen that help with appetite suppression, that boosts metabolism, and then burns that stubborn belly fat. I've got a challenge for you to take them up on their 30-day results guarantee. Return the product for free if it doesn't work for you. So the only thing you've got to lose is, for a limited time, you get 40% off your order.
Oh, this is an amazing ad, like not only the hook and stuff, you can see on the end how they also communicate their offer, like it's a 30-day kind of trial guarantee that if they don't get the results, you can return it. The only thing you can lose is your weight. Just amazing ad from Obvi. But let's focus on the topic of this video. Once again, go from the hook of this video. You can see how in the beginning she asked them, do you struggle with this and you cannot do that? And it brings that emotional emphasis into that.
Do you sit at a desk all day and struggle to lose weight? Are you too busy to live inside the gym or obsess over every calorie? I found a way.
So yeah, you can see she asks for, do you struggle with that? And that way she shows that she understands them. She goes in depth with that one, and then she offers the solution, which is in this example, the Obvi fat burner. So yeah, let's go with the next example. This ad is good, but it would be just far better if it had captions on it. I'm not sure why they didn't put it. I found it on 4Play when I was doing the research for this video. So let's go with it.
Tired of uneven cuts and tools that don't meet your expectations? With our metal sheet,
so you can see, tired of metal cuts and blah 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 and all these things that doesn't meet your expectations. So once again, they're tackling the problem solution. Are you tired of this, of that? And then they are offering their solution. We're not going to go through the whole ad, but I just want you to understand the hook, the problem solution lead of these ads. And the third example we have here is, let's go with that one.
Constant paw licking? Try this viral probiotic powder. If your dog started scratching, licking their paws, or shaking their head, you need to know this before buying another cream, lotion, or potion. You see, at the core of your dog's sensitive skin is often a gut that has become imbalanced, and as a result, their immune system can go haywire when they come into contact with the tiniest bit of pollen. Now, if you don't tackle the issue at its root, their gut, you could be setting your dog up for months of itching, and you'll be wasting a fortune on creams and lotions that won't reach deep enough. That's exactly why we created this new probiotic.
So this ad is also very good. Like, I think who could be a little bit better if they have emphasized the pain point kind of more emotionally, right? And the thing is that they're consistently going into the fear of the customer. If they don't solve this problem, it can end up tragically. And for that reason, this ad is also very good. But I just wanted to show you how constant paw licking, like that's the problem, right? Then they go with try this viral probiotic powder, right? I really like how they boosted the fear, and that way when you do that, you just like your solution is way more appealing than if they were just like saying constant paw licking, here's our product, who cares, nobody. So really good ad there, and
that's exactly
one very good example. Yeah, how to create a problem solution lead, like the examples I have shown you. So there are two ways you can create a problem solution lead. First is to write it yourself, and I highly advise you to practice these things because it's a very valuable thing. And the second one is with the ChatGPT. Now, I still don't think that ChatGPT is that good, like to have it as a completely copywriting tool, but it's really good like at giving you some ideas that you can then refine and have your lead or your ad ready. So to do it with ChatGPT, you will use this prompt, the second prompt that I will also provide you here. And you have to use this prompt in the same thread that you have built the psychographic data, because that way ChatGPT will have more input, and that way it will provide you with a better output. So based on psychographic data analysis provided, create a problem solution lead for ads and follow these guidelines. So you will just copy and paste this prompt that I have prepared for you, and you will get something like this, like different leads that you can just like refine and test. And I highly suggest you to test different kind of leads, because there will always be some leads that perform better than the others, and that's all about testing. You have to test to see what really works with your audience, and I highly recommend you to test different things and that way come up with the winning one. And this will really help you with increasing your ROAS. So I highly recommend you to follow all these things that I have provided. So that's it for this video. I hope you found it useful. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comments. If you own any e-commerce stores and you want to scale further, check the link below so we can help you with scaling it profitably with our done for you service. And if you liked this video, like and subscribe because I'll be posting more useful content that you can use to grow your e-commerce brand. So that's it for this one. See you in the next one.